I've attended a couple of conferences before, but this one, it gets you like to fall into place. Like it gives you the space and like evolve in your own way.
It allows you to rediscover yourself. You're actually allowed to experiment with yourself. What do you have and what you don't have.
1 day or 2 days in the conference, I had to revamp all of the plan because I had a lot of ideas, and this conference was really inspirational to think in a new way.
NPM this time is different. It's very challenging. They're trying so much to work on the perspectives, and that's really interesting.
NPM is a national planning meeting. It's a conference where all of the leaders of ISEC Egypt come together for the span of 5 days. We come along to discuss the future of the organization for the upcoming year after. It's something that happens every single year and shows the beauty of this organization and how it is agile and capable of adapting with all the kind of changes that are happening around. And it's capable also of renewing itself. 150 young leaders that are extremely passionate, and ask them and open a question of what could we do? How can it be better? And how far can ISEC Egypt go?
Abdu, who is the MCP of Egypt, he came out to me and said that I want to deliver a very different kind of planning conference. By different doesn't mean that we change something. By different is we see the same things from 1 million different kinds of directions and points of view.
A very close friend of mine, a person we've been spending with the past 3 days in wonder and magic. You can ask your SPs about yesterday. So, without further ado, I give you Mr. MCP of ISEC India!
Duki is an awesome person. He's a member committee president of ISEC India and a very dear friend of mine. His mindset, his ideology, his ideas about how ISEC can be infinite and how can we be something that is beyond ourselves and be more than who we are. I think this really hit the target there, having him here with us. We have all different types of sessions, and we have like spaces that are necessarily drawn to be able to get the objectives of the conference into place and to provide the delegates with the best possible experience that is not only an experience of getting information, but it's an experience of all different possible learning domains, if you would say, or possible learning experiences that you would say.
We have been able to create an environment where people have got themselves out of a shell. So because we are taking the MC team through a different kind of experience, the LCPs through a different kind of experience, and the delegates through a different kind of experience.
But what we try to facilitate here is dynamic learning environments. Learning environments where our delegates get to go through experiential journeys, and through these experiential journeys, they get to learn something new, or they get to build something new, or they get to answer questions that maybe we don't have answers for.
So that's the environment that has been created in this conference, and which is lovely to see. We are having discussions from points of views to what is a dream, what is a goal, challenging the entire core of definitions that we have learned in our life for these people for around 18 to 19 to 20 years.
And all of these different type of things combined and thrown into the mix to make the beautiful salad of NPM something that is edible for anyone, whatever their learning style is.
And I'm willing to accept any kind of input coming from any kind of direction as long as it will take me there, because I'm always thinking of how it can get better than this.
And I believe that this organization fundamentally contributes to building leaders for this country. We give people the opportunity to develop, and through this organization, they become future young leaders for Egypt. So necessarily, imagine if this is as if all of this is a theatrical play where we produce those beautiful actors that can play for Egypt. And on the backstage of all of this, this is NPM. Some of the key projects that are going to be shaping ISEC for this upcoming term are necessarily very, very exciting in this hyper-digital era.
Nucleus is very basically a platform that is internal for the AIESEC members, and hopefully in some time it's going to be external for all individuals that will be interacting with AIESEC in Egypt.
AIESEC is shifting from, we used to have a very closed platform and a lot of spreadsheets all over the place that we track data, and these things, they're never very aligned. So the main idea is that while we are shifting to have a more like a space and a platform that all our exchange participants are there and all the things are there, at the same time we still have some things like, for example, financial management or the account management that we do with the companies and so on, all this information in one place.
What Nucleus offers is a lot of potential. Nucleus offers a lot of functionalities. Firstly, it's going to be a platform that is going to be there to track the members and to ensure the performance and to ensure that we are able to know what our members are doing, what is their performance, what is their capabilities, and for members themselves to be able to track themselves and to know what they're gaining out of their experience, their personal development and all of these things.
So the project of digitalizing AIESEC in Egypt is that when you look at what we do and why we do it, is that we're trying to develop leadership in youth so they can build a better future for Egypt. And usually the way that we do it is that we have a lot of physical interactions with the customers, so they can develop this leadership. So what if rather than making the students dependent on us in order for them to develop leadership, what if that we created an ecosystem that they can develop their leadership without meeting us? So the project is about creating a digital ecosystem where the students can go, apply online and get matched with the project that he or she wishes to go to. And they will get the same value that any students get physically going on a conference or going to sessions virtually. So we would create the same ecosystem that we have on ground, but online, so that the student would get the exact same value.
And another thing that will definitely shape this upcoming 2016 is AIESEC in 2020. And how will AIESEC try to invest its effort and its thought into finding answers for the question of how can we be accessible to every young person in the world, everywhere? How can we start having a disruptive growth curve as an organization? And how can we necessarily, as an entity, be able to shape every single thing that we do around what the world needs so we can be a global youth movement?
Ambition for the AIESEC 2020, like AIESEC globally, it's 1 million exchanges and 1 billion young person impacted. AIESEC in Egypt is one of the top 5 entities when it comes to AIESEC global network. So what is the type of contribution that we need to have? What is the type of exchanges? What is the number? What's the numerical number of exchanges that we need to be doing year by year? So the project has a lot to do, or has everything to do with creating this sort of roadmap to define how we need to evolve year by year in every single aspect. What is the type of partnerships that we need to have? What is the type of positioning that we need to have? What's the type of brand? What is the type of financial models? How many local chapters do we need to have by that time? Do we need to work with the government? Is there a way where we can work with institutions that do similar jobs to what we do? Every single aspect broken down year by year and broken down into different aspects.
Winter is here. Winter is here. And to be honest, this time it's different because this time for AIESEC in Egypt, winter is big.
So the Gala Night was actually a funny story because ever since I joined the national team of AIESEC in Egypt, I've been begging my team to let me host the Gala Night, and they always said no. So now they felt sorry for me because I've been begging a lot, and they decided, okay, they'll let me host, but not on my own. It turned out extremely nice, appreciating the LCs that or the local chapters in AIESEC in Egypt that deserve to be awarded, and that was extremely nice.
So I'm extremely proud of AIESEC in Egypt for delivering one hell of a winter peak. So please, ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a huge round.
Usually one of the things that happens here in AIESEC is that we try as much as we can to always incentivize and reward and recognize excellence in our local chapters. So we always, whenever we come together for a conference, there's always a gala night. And within this gala night, we come to award and recognize people of outstanding performance and people that truly demonstrate the true values of AIESEC. And one of these true values is striving for excellence and always activating leadership. So within this gala night, we come for us to enjoy and celebrate such chapters and such individuals that are truly outstanding in terms of performance. AIESEC in Egypt is heading towards a time where it could be infinite if its leaders make a conscious decision to let the entity flow beyond who they are and what they know. A decision that takes a lot of courage, but would open new dimensions on what AIESEC can be. Infinite is a big statement, sometimes difficult for our human minds to understand. Faith, progression, hold the key for what we can be. I'm excited and proud to be part of the organization at the moment, and couldn't but imagine unlimited possibilities. How far could we go? Where will this take us? I don't know. But this wonder fills me with excitement to what is waiting for us. Scared could be another emotion lying out there. But how could this fear flow through us and fuel our hunger to be more than ourselves? To be more than what we know, to start becoming infinite is a crazy choice, scary choice, yet beautiful in its surprise, in the mysteries it might hold for what's to come. We're blessed, I'm blessed, always asking the question of how it can be better and how can we make whatever we have used in the best advantage to make AIESEC something that we've never seen before.